Hello, viewer once again. Thank you for joining us once again on Budget Cafe Discussions, a platform where we discuss matters, budget transparency, and public engagement on national government and county government budget documents. So today we are traveling to Lamu County, where we are going to meet Jafar and his team of budget champions, and they will share with us their budget advocacy work in Lamu County. So, karibu to the studio, Jafar.
Hi,
hello,
everyone.
Jafar. Kindly introduce yourself so that the viewer may get to learn more about you. And karibu to Budget Cafe Discussions.
Asante sana, Madam Violet. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Jaffaray Abdulsam. I'm based in Lamu County. I'm a budget practitioner. I'm also a human rights defender ambao napigania haki za kibinadamu Lamu County. I've been engaging with the
Kindly share with us.
Okay, I've been engaging with the budget issues for the last 4 years now, since we found that the Lamu County issues of the budget are very low, that the county government is not so much engaging the community, so we had to make ourselves broad so that we can engage the county. So there are some people who have been trained in the issues of budget, because we have budget champions in each and every ward in Lamu County. So we really appreciate the team of Uraia, Muhuri, and IBP. They have been hand in hand with us so that we can get the training and we have the support we need of the crowd. So that is it.
All right. Kindly share with us the population of Lamu County.
Okay, Lamu County is located in Northern Coast, and it is among the 6 coastal counties. The Lamu County is with Tana River, Taita, Mombasa, Kwale, and Mombasa. We are among the 6 coastal counties. We border Tana River County on the southwest, Garissa County on the north, Somali to the southeast, and Indian Ocean to the south. So the land surface of Lamu County is 6,273.1 kilometers, with 65 islands that form the archipelago. So Karibu Lamu. We have many islands there. The total length of the ocean of the coastal line is 130 kilometers, and land water mass area stands at 3.08 kilometers square. The population of Lamu County is 143,920 people.
Wow.
We have 2 constituencies there. There's Lamu East and Lamu West, and we have 10 wards in Lamu County. We have 23 locations and 38 sub-locations. Yes, right.
All right. Kindly share with us that your budget advocacy work in Lamu County. Even with regard also to matters public participation, and because you had shared with me earlier that previously it was really tough for the county to relay budget documents, budget information. So how did you manage to overcome this? Share your journey.
Actually, our journey started in 2015, 2016 there, as we saw that the community doesn't understand actually on the issue of budget processes. So we had to rise up and educate the community on the issue of budget process. So before that the county budget, the county government were doing, actually they were doing the public participation, but it was not as per the law regarding the public participation, because they were doing the one level and they were just doing it for formality. Let me say that they were doing it for formality. Why? Because the community were not understanding actually what they are supposed to issue or what they are supposed to give in the public participation, but the county government were not doing. Another thing that we were so much concerned was the issue of public participation, the public participation on the county documents. The budget documents were not being publicized. They were not given to the public. So when the community were doing the public participation, but they were not given the document, the budget document actually. And if they are given, they were normally given the budget document on the day of public participation, which was very hard for a community to give their views, unless you are dealing with a zero draft. But it is hard for the zero draft to be done in the county level because they have a project. Another issue was so much concerned with us was the stalled project. When the new regime actually took the helm in 2017, 2018, it was that they were not focusing actually on the stalled project. So they wanted to do their own project. So it was hard for the community to view the development sector. So we tried our level best to engage the county government, at least to focus on the stalled project. So we achieved some, and we were able to gain some mileage on that. Another issue was that what we were dealing with, the county government of Lamu didn't have the Public Participation and Civic Education Act. So we engaged the public participation and the county government to come up with the public participation and civic education policy. We start with the policy, so they agreed, and we had a meeting with them, and they engage a forum on the issue of coming up with the public participation policy draft. They come up with the draft, and we engaged Muhuri on that, and they did the public participation and civic education policy draft. We compiled the public participation and policy draft, and we gave it to the executive. Later, we submitted it to the county assembly, but until now, we have not achieved the policy. So in 2018, 2019, it was very unfortunate for the county government, the 2019-2020 financial year. It was very unfortunate for the Lamu County people because the county government decided to come up with a budget without doing public participation. So we, as the budget analysts and the budget practitioners on the ground, we engage them in various forums, but they didn't listen to us. So we had to check the matter. So we took the matter to the Control of Budget and the Office of the Ombudsman, the Commissioner of Administration of Justice. Unfortunately, the Office of the Ombudsman wrote a letter to the county government, and they were able to respond to them, and they said that it was because of the pandemic that they were not able to do the public participation. But to us, it was a very lame excuse, and then we went to the table and we agreed that the county government will be doing the public participation. So when the financial year started on this one financial year, 2020-2021 financial year budget, they wrote a public notice for the county government, for the public to give their views, written views through, and they shared the email. Unfortunately enough, the email was not working, and we saw it that we tried to negotiate it with them, but they didn't agree because we saw that the Lamu County population cannot actually give their written views. On our side, that we felt that they use the local FM station. They also use the WhatsApp, each and everyone to open its own a WhatsApp group, or they have a box at the one level so that they can receive views from the public. But they didn't listen to us, and they went to us. So they did a public notice on the issue of the ADP. The ADP was given the public notice, and also
kindly
Okay, the ADP is the annual development.
Kindly elaborate.
Okay.
Kindly elaborate what ADP is to the viewer who doesn't understand the initials ADP. What is that particular document so that they can understand your statement?
Thank you so much. ADP is the county annual development plan. This is a annual strategic plan for 1 year. A document is a budget document ambao ni ya mwaka mmoja ambao huwa inatengenezwa na county na watu wanapeana maoni yao. Hii annual development plan huwa inatoka kwa CIDP, County Integrated Development Plan, ambao ni ya 5-year strategic plan. Ambayo annual development plan huwa ni maoni inachukuliwa kwa county kwa ile miradi wanaotaka, inachukuliwa kwa community, jamii inapeana maoni ya ile miradi wanaotaka wafanyiwe kwa mwaka huo. Nafikiri tumeelewana Violet. So ADP, annual development plan, ni mpangilio wa county ambao ile miradi itafanya kwa mwaka huo, ambao ndio wakati mzuri kwa jamii kupeana maoni kama wanataka kubadilisha miradi wanaotaka. Kwa mfano ya kwamba katika county annual county integrated plan, ile mpangilio wa miaka 5 ya kwamba walikuwa wamechagua mwaka huu wafanyiwe mradi fulani, lakini kwa huu mwaka walipofika wakaona ya kwamba huu mradi hatuhitaji kwa haraka zaidi, tunahitaji mradi mwingine ambao utatusaidia zaidi. So katika ile annual development plan wanaruhusiwa kubadilisha ile mradi, kutoa waweke mradi mwingine. Ni hiyo. Kwa mfano tuseme sana sana inaangalia economic differences. Kwa mfano ya kwamba katika kupanga ile CIDP, ile mpangilio wa miaka 5 ilikuwa 2017-2018. Hawakujua ya kwamba kutatokea maneno ya COVID, hii pandemic ya COVID-19. Lakini sasa kuja kuangalia kwa 2020-2021 budget, lazima wazingatie ile miradi ambao kama ya health ambao itazingatia katika kupigana na janga la COVID-19. So wanaruhusiwa kisheria waweze kuingiza hiyo miradi ya 2020 katika budget ya 2020-2021 ambao haikuwa katika ile CIDP. Nafikiri umenielewa.
Nimekuelewa Jafar. Sasa ulikuwa unasema, unaweza endelea penye ulikuwa unasema juu ya the annual development plan and what you are doing as Lamu County budget champions.
Naam. Sisi kama budget champion ni kwamba tulionelea kwamba ile issue county walikuwa wamepeana a written document ya kwamba public notice ya kwamba watu waweze kupeana maoni yao kwa county written, then wakapeana email. So sisi kama budget champions tulionelea kwamba hiyo itakuwa ni vigumu sana kwa mkaazi wa Lamu aweze kupeana written, na tukaonelea kwamba tukaandika barua kwa county na tukaeleza pia, sababu sisi kwa maoni yetu tulikuwa tunaona ya kwamba county waweze kutumia zile local FM, watu waweze kupiga simu na kutoa maoni yao. Pia waweze kutengeneza a WhatsApp group kwa kila ward, watu waweze kuchangia maoni yao ambayo itakuwa controlled kwa ward level. Pia tukaonelea kwamba katika ile ofisi ya ward level waweze kuweka mahali ambao wataweza kuchukua zile maoni katika, ama waweze kutumia hizo ofisi za sub chief, pia watangaze, wakuwe na public criers, wale watangaze ya kwamba maoni yenu mnaweza peleka kwa sub chief ambao ama kwa headman wa mahali, kisha zile karatasi ile maoni yatapelekwa kwa nani, kwa ward level waweze kupeleka kwa county, ambao hiyo ingesaidia zaidi ya kwamba kila mtu angefikiwa na angeweza kutoa maoni yake. Namba ya mbele. Tuliona pia imetolewa kwa finance bill, ambao very unfortunate ya kwamba ni masikitiko makubwa ya kwamba Lamu County mpaka saizi tunatumia Finance Act ya 2016. Hatujaweza kupitisha any finance act kuanzia 2017, 2018, 2019, hata sasa 2020 tumepeana maoni, na kwa kweli ya kwamba each and every budget document si huwa tunaikalia chini, tunaifanyia analysis, tunaandika memorandum na kupeleka kwa county, Then pia watu tunafanya public participation. Sisi kama watu tunatafuta donors, sana sana Muhuri wanasaidia ya kwamba wanakuja kufanya public participation. So lakini watu tunafanya at the sub county level, huwa tunaitisha stakeholders from every sectors, wanakuja wanapeana maoni yao, then we write a memorandum and issue it to the county government. That is what we do now.
Na umezungumzia Finance Act ambayo umepata county government haijashughulikia. Unaweza eleza the viewer what is a Finance Act?
Finance Act is a budget document, ni nakala ambao huwa inaelezana kwa mwananchi vile atakatwa ushuru na vile county itachukua ushuru wake. Sasa kama mwananchi yenyewe hajui atalipa ushuru gani na nini, sababu utakuja kupata katika ile Finance Act ya 2016 na sasa hivi ile mwananchi anakatwa, they are not consistent. Utapata kwa ile anakatwa kidogo, ile ni kidogo, lakini sasa hivi kulingana na budget ni tofauti, anakatwa nyingi. So yani they are not consistent, sababu 2016 mpaka 2020 sasa hivi maisha yanabadilika na economic na inflation rate zimeenda juu, so it is different. So tungeomba ya kwamba the county government waweze kupitisha ile Finance Act, mwananchi aweze kukatwa the actual na ajue ya kwamba vile inafanywa ni namna gani. So it is a very important document katika county.
Na county walisikiza maoni yenu ya ku work on the current Finance Act.
Yeah, actually kama ukija kuangalia the 2018-2019 budget, sisi tulipeleka memorandum. The 2019-2020 budget tulipeleka memorandum hata juzi. In fact, we really appreciate the county from the ADP. They have written to us ya kwamba they need our views, na pia wakaandikia Muhuri, so Muhuri invited us. We really appreciate that one. Pia ukija kuangalia ya finance bill pia waliandikia Muhuri, pia wakatuandikia na sisi. So we are really working hand in hand with Muhuri and Uraia on the issue of that one and the IBP. We are working hand in hand with them because they really helping us, the Lamu County, so that we share our views. So we normally, when they write to us, we don't lie behind. We normally come up with a memorandum. We take views from the public na kuweza kuandika memorandum na kushare with them. But unfortunately enough, the Lamu County has not been able to come up with that.
And do you think maybe the reason why they have not been able to come up with it is because maybe they don't have the capacity to develop it?
No, I cannot say the capacity. Actually, the Lamu County have, I know there is heads, I have interacted with them severally, and there are people who know about the budget process, and I really appreciate that one. The only blame I can say is that there's laxity in the performance, and the laxity I can lie squarely to the county assembly, because they are the ones who are doing the oversight. If the county executive are not performing, we cannot rely on the county executive. It is the county assembly who is to push the county executive to perform. So I cannot say it is the lack of capacity. I can say they have good people who know the budget process and they understand the budget. It is not the capacity. Ni uzembe tu kasini, let me say that. But the capacity is there.
All right, and we are joined now by Hamima. Hamima, she's a budget champion from Lamu County. So Jafar, unaweza introduce, unaweza sema mafupi kuhusu Hamima kabla ongee.
Yeah, welcome Hamima. Actually, she's a budget champion who is from Faza Ward, ambaye amekuwa akifuatilia na amekuwa mstari wa mbele actually on following up on the issue of budget and what is happening on the budget process in Lamu County. Tumekuwa tukisaidiana na amekuwa actually a helpful for the county budget. Sana huwa ako kwa issue of civic education, on educating the community on what is budget and what is they are supposed to do at this actual time. So karibu Hamima.
Hamima, karibu. Hamima, you are on mute. Jafar, unaweza mwambia wacha ni unmute. Yeah. Hamima, karibu to wait. Wacha ni unmute mic. Okay. Unaweza mwambia unmute mic yake sababu hatuwezi msikia.
Thank you. Network yangu.
Hamima, can you hear us? Sawa Hamima.
Yeah,
unaweza introduce and then introduce yourself and tell us about the organization you are coming from and what you have learned so far with regard to matters budget advocacy in Lamu County.
Okay, naitwa Hamima Jafar. Natoka maeneo ya Faza. Nafanya na organization ya Faza Youth Action Group.
Endelea. Ulianza lini kukuwa budget champion?
Last year.
Haya, tueleze mengi juu ya kazi yenu kama budget champions pale Lamu County.
Advocacy legislation is
endelea. Haya,
kuna Rukia Rashid mnaona pia ametujoin.
Haya, introduce Rashid. Rashid amedisappear kidogo. Hamima, ulikuwa unatueleza ukadisappear. So Jafar, challenges gani mumeface huko Lamu County with regard to maneno ya budget advocacy?
Actually, our biggest challenges we have one is the publication of the budget document. Most of the Lamu County has been having a very big challenge in sharing information on the website. When you look at the budget, when you look at the Lamu County website, you will find that there's only one budget document, that is the CIDP, which was posted in 2017. Even it becomes a bit hard on the issue of transparency and accountability. So you'll be working on a closed budget, which is very hard for us budget champions to make follow-up, even the community to make follow-ups on the ground, which type of budget or which type of project they are having. So it becomes a bit tricky. So I'm urging the county government actually to publicize and publish the budget document so that the community that reaches the community. Because you'll be told that the FCA or any other person will say that this financial year FASA will be having this type of project. But actually, how can you make a follow-up on that project, yet you don't know the allocation, the amount which is allocated on that one, and even you don't know the budget itself. So we are operating on a closed budget in Lamu County. Another issue which is very a concern to the people is the issue of implementation. We will find that the 2018-2019 budget, the Lamu County, we had 35% implementation, which is very low, actually. When you see that the last financial year we had 10%, the implementation, then the implementation reports themselves, they are not being publicized. So we don't know which document we make follow-up. So we normally rely on the control of budget to issue their implementation reports. I don't know what I'll go back to the county assembly. I don't know what the county assembly they are doing, because they need to be reviewing those implementation reports, the quarterly implementation report, and giving their view. If the reports are not being tabled in the county assembly, they are not being reviewed, what are they doing actually on the ground? So it becomes very tricky for us to make follow-up and that one it becomes also tricky to the community. I think this issue of transparency and accountability on working on the cross project, it is the ones which causes the county government not to implement the project, because the follow-up is very low to the county government, because the community themselves, they are not knowing which type of project to be implemented on a specific financial year. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Continue. You were saying something?
Yeah, those are the biggest challenges. We have tried our level best to get in touch with the budget committee, which is for the Lamu County Assembly, but we have tried our level best to get in touch and have a meeting with them, but it has been very fruitful. We really appreciate there's a time that we made a appointment with the duty bearers, and we really reached the duty bearers. We went to the procurement, we had the meeting with the finance, the chief officer of finance, the chief officer for youth education. We really reached them at one time, but we have never had an opportunity to meet them on the second time. So we are really trying on our level best, but there's a challenge actually in Lamu. I'm calling upon the community themselves to wake up and demand for the county government to be accountable for what they are.
All right, thank you. So let me take this opportunity to bring in Amima. Amima, kindly share with us your journey as a budget champion in Lamu County. Hata unaweza ongea na Kiswahili.
Je, shida ya kwanza kuna kuanga issue ya network. I don't know kama ndio maana na katika sana.
Ndio ninaona. Yeah. Kwa hivyo hata kupata huyo budget appropriation committee yani imekuwa pia shida na pia ninaona nani ametujoin. Rukia, karibu kwa studio. Unaweza jiintroduce alafu tueleze kazi yako kama budget champion Lamu County.
Rukia Rashid, can you hear us?
No, her network has issues. I think also Hamima. Maybe you can try calling them. Kama Hamima, she has muted her line. As I try speaking to Rukia. Rukia.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Rukia Rashid Ibrahim. Mimi ni Peace Ambassador, pia Human Rights Defender, Lamu.
Tueleze juu ya kazi yako kama budget champion ukisupport Jafar Lamu County. Umeweza kufanya nini tangu mwanze hii kazi ya budget champion huko Lamu? Rukia? Inakaa network iko na shida huko. Ni kweli?
Yeah.
Rukia huko? Rukia, are you available?
Amemute.
Rukia umemute? Hamima? Ya Rukia, tueleze juu ya safari yako kama budget champion Lamu County. Endelea Hamima.
Nasikika sahi?
Unasikika, endelea.
Tunafuatilia miradi ya county kama store project hivi, pia tunaeducate watu.
Yeah. Alafu mumemanage maybe kuandika barua kama Faza Youth Group mkaandikia county ama imekuaje? Rukia ama Hamima, yeyote wenu anaweza jibu.
Hi everyone.
Let me assist my fellow budget champion. Kwa majina naitwa Filbert Lo kutoka maeneo ya Faza. Naomba nimsaidie mwenzangu.
Msaidie.
So what we do, si tuna advocate for budget. So tunaangalia kuna sisi kama organization tuko na project inaitwa Social Accountability Program. Hiyo ni project ambayo sisi kama vijana wa huku mashinani tunaangalia zile budget document, we peruse, tuna review, alafu sasa tuna raise an alarm toward that document. Mfano tunaangalia kama development project. So tukiona kwamba zile pesa ambazo zimekuwa allocated for pengine ni nyingi ama ni nini, so sisi kama vijana tuna raise an alarm. We start from the grassroots level up to the department concerned. Mfano, like we have a lot of success stories. Kuna pesa ilikuwa allocated under OPD, ilikuwa outpatient department. Hiyo ni pesa ilitoka kwa national government na ikapeanwa kwa hapo Faza Sub-County Hospital ijengo hiyo OPD. Lakini sisi kama budget champion tukaona hii pesa ni mingi, itakuwa misuse baadaye kwa sababu ile pesa ilikuwa ni mingi. So tukasema instead pesa yote itumike kwa outpatient department, ni pesa remove some and add to another project ambayo ni maternity yenye Faza Sub-County Hospital ikuwe extended. So lakini kuna process tulipitia, tuli meet committees, tukaandika barua, alafu tukamit the department concerned, tukafanya hivyo. Alafu kitu ingine like if you look at Lamu County, government of Lamu hawana policy ya public participation. So sisi kama vijana tulikaa chini tukaongea na Mungu tusaidie, tuongee na Lamu County team ili wasasa wakuje na hiyo drafted policy ya public participation, because what they did on the ground is just formality. Mfano wakitaka kupitisha budget kuna time frame ya kwenda kuongea na wananchi, mnafanya ile public participation, alafu sasa inarudishwa ile maoni. Lakini utapata kwa Lamu County what they did is mtu anakuja leo anapeana budget document maybe ya 20 pages, anapeana kwa wananchi hall, jamani mpitieni alafu mpitishe. So what they do is formality. So sisi tukasema you are doing against our constitution, hivyo sivyo venye budget document yafaa ikuwe na ifanywe. Kuna time frame, so lazima hizi documents zipeanwe before that date. Sio mpeane leo alafu leo watu watoe maoni, alafu utapata kwa wale watu walovizi kwa hiyo public participation pengine ni latest people, wengine hawajasoma, wengine hawaelewi. So sisi kama Causes Action Group tukishirikiana na Jaffaray pamoja na Mungu alafu na uraia na IBP tunasaidia kuhamasisha watu kuhusu umuhimu wa budget, all the budget process, na tunafanya vitu from the start to the bottom so that wao pia waende wakaparticipate. Kwa sababu utapata kuwa siku za nyuma ilikuwa watu hawaendi kwa public participation, lakini kupitia uhamasisho wa Mr. Jaffaray akishirikiana na Causes Action Group, utapata kuwa sahihi mtu akiitwa kwa public participation anaenda on, anajaribu kumwona. Lakini but still sahihi tuna push county government of Lamu kwa sababu hizo budget document hawapeani kulingana na ile time inatakiwa ipeane na hawaeki kwa website. Pia ukiangalia utapata kuna a lot of information hatuzipati, so lazima wapush ndio sasa waprovide. So watu natumia muhuri wanajaribu kuwakinyimia, so wanapeana hizo budget document, tunapitia na wananchi, alafu sasa tunapeana views zetu. So tumefikia hatua ambapo sasa kwamba tuliandika memorandum ya kuhusiana mambo na public participation, because the county government of Lamu hawana hiyo kitu. But sahi at least wako na drafted policy ya public participation. na it's against constitution kwa sababu how come the whole county ina operate na haina public participation. So hapo tumejaribu na sasa wako nayo drafted policy bado sasa ipitishwe kwa kama hata juu. I have a lot to share.
Endelea kushare. Tuwasikiza. Jafar.
Nitarudi baadaye, acha nikumbuke.
Oh, ni sawa. Acha tunaendelea bado na mazungumzo. So, sasa ndio nilikuwa nataka niulize hata wewe budget champion. Ni lessons gani amelearn from engaging kama budget champion, especially na kudili na county government? Sijui kama amenisikiza. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Endelea
Yes,
Rukia. Continue. Endelea.
Okay. Ni mimi Rukia Rashid. One of the lesson learned ambao sisi tumesoma as a budget champion ni kuwa tume able to understand the documents zenye huwa zinatumika kama annual development plan, kuna physical strategic plan na documents zingine, kwa sababu unapata kama mtu kenye kinaendelea wala hajui ambao ni project gani zenye zinapangwa. Kwa kupitia hivyo kuna trace back project gani ambazo zilikuwa zimewekwa katika annual plan ya last year hazija kwa zimemalizwa. Kisha another insight that we gain, we are able also to know on the matters concerning resource mobilization. What measures has the county taken to ensure that the resource mobilization within the county imekuwa stable? Kwa sababu ukiangalia of the pale sector zenye zimewekwa, unaona executive team ndio wanaenjoy hizo resource za government kuliko even the common mwananchi. Kisha another thing is the capacity of our county. We found that our county is still behind and we need improvement. We need to work more hard to mobilize more people at the level so that they are aware and to push the government to the level of development, because development in our county is still at 0%, which is it is still at a lower rate, and we need to improve on it.
Asante. Umesikia Jafar? Unasikia development iko at 0%. Sasa unamaanisha ya kwamba Lamu County ikikuja development they are performing poorly.
Yeah, actually on the physical effort, Lamu County sidhani kama tumepewa the 1% for the physical effort. I'm not Lamu County hatujawahi win on that one. Actually, sababu sasa kuja kuangalia we are still implementing zile budget za nyuma sana. Actually, when you look at the budget yenyewe ni kwamba kufuatilia the FSP County Physical Strategy paper utakuja kupata kwamba the balance brought forward from the last financial year ndio kupata nyingi sana. Like let me give you an example ya kwamba ya financial year 2020 the balance brought forward ni 1.3 billion. Imagine 1.3 billion about the money which was not spent for the financial year 2018-2019. That is a very huge amount. And that is
rudia hiyo amount tena. Rudia hiyo amount how much?
1.3 billion was not spent. That is a huge amount actually. And that one we will find it on the county physical strategy paper. It is well written there. It is there actually. So that is something need to be looked upon. That the implementation is very low, but when you look at the recurrent expenditure, it's very high. because the country's expenditure starts from 95% to 97%. But when you look at the development, it is at 35%. That means somebody is in the office and it is not performing. So there must be something be done at the Lamu County on the issue of implementation of the project. Another issue I want us to touch on is the issue of when you look at the recurrent on the issue of these salaries and the issue of remuneration. In 2016, financial year 2016-2017, it was 721 million. But when you look at it as per 2019-2020, it was at 1.255 million. That is 1.2 billion. That is a lot of money actually, and it is almost 2 times the salary actually. Where are we going? That is only the salary. From 721 million in 2016-2017 to 1.2. That is almost double. That is almost 42 to 45%. So we need to look at it. The more the people are in the office, the more they are not working. So where are we going as a Lamu County? It is upon the community to hold the duty bearers accountable for what they are doing. Actually, I really appreciate the budget champion for the work they are doing. They are really educating the community and they are really pushing hard for the implementation of the project. But actually, how can you push something it's close? Up to now, we don't have the budget in the website. That means we are operating on that. I'm talking it on the second time. Yes, we can't say the whole budget. We can't say the whole duty bearers are not working. There are some which are very approachable, and we are working with them actually. Like the issue of this issue of implementation of the youth funds, the women fund, and the funds for persons with disability. Actually, we really approach the chief officer education, and we talked with him, and we agreed that we form a committee, and we are working hand in hand with the youth coordinator, Mr. Kasim Abdul. I really appreciate him actually. He is very supportive to us, and he is giving a helping hand to the community and the youth in general, that when you call him at any youth activities, he'll be there. And the chief officer youth, on that side, I'll give them at least a support. They are doing it, but they are doing it on that side. But what on the implementation of the youth project? We really need the youth project to perform. On that one, they have done. So you see at Lamu, there's that the first financial year 2018-2019, they passed 3 million for each and for the youth project, the fund that will help the youth, the PWDs, and but the committee was not formed in 2018-2019. The 2019-2020, the youth have been formed, but they have rolled out the education form. They are working on it. The youth are still there. So we are fearing that this one, they don't roll over to the next financial year. So it is something which needs to be looked upon, and the community to stand up to push the youth bearers, because we are the ones which elected the county assembly. So it's upon the county assembly to push now.
Yeah, and you can see that even there are responses from even Fatima Ahmed saying she's following from county number 5. County number 5 ndio gani?
Lamu County.
Oni Lamu?
Yeah.
Ah, great. We can also see wacha tuone wona Abdu anasema he's also following from Lamu County. Yeah, so tunashukuru. Pardon?
Abu is the youth
Abu
coordinator. That's why the youth coordinator Lamu County.
Wow. And have you tried to engage in requesting for increase of budget of funds, increase of funds for youth projects? Ama mayouth wamesema wamechoka.
No, actually, we are working on it. They are doing well actually on that side because on the 2018-2019 budget it was 3 million. This financial year, the 2019-2020, they have raised it to 4 million. So at least they are at least increasing and they are pushing up for more. That's why I said that the youth they are doing their level best. Actually, there are some departments which are doing. Let me not say that the whole Lamu County is not working. Actually, let me say that they are trying their level best. Like in Lamu, actually, for now they are constructing a 7 for pitch in Lamu town. That one I give them a heco. Then we have the issue of the lands, the land actually and infrastructure. They are doing well on the issue of doing survey. They are trying their level best to survey the area because actually Lamu County was not surveyed actually. They almost the whole of Lamu County. They have few people that they have benefited on the title deed. So they are doing that. The only thing my concern is that when they are doing on the issue of infrastructure, let me say that, and I'm very open to that, and everybody will say that. Actually, the roads which are being constructed are only constructed in Lamu West. Lamu East have not benefited on the roads that have been constructed by the Lamu County. So when you had sometimes Violet, I was talking about the issue of equity in Lamu County, the equity of fund. I even requested for the equity week. Actually, when we say that the roads are being constructed only in Lamu West and Lamu East are not constructed, that we see that most of the funds are not utilized in Lamu West and not in Lamu East. That is the issue of that our duty bearers should be taken upon on the issue of equity of resources, which in Lamu we are lacking so much. When you see that the biggest ward in Lamu County in terms of population is Patawan, but actually they are not benefiting so much on the resources. There are some other counties which are very small, but they are benefiting more on the county resources. So those are the issues which should be looked upon on that one. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for the contribution, Jafar, and your team of budget champions from Lamu County. So, what message do you have as we close the show, Jafar?
Actually,
before I come to you, Rukia and Hamima, is there anyone of you who maybe can share their last statement or the final word to youth or the community in Lamu County with regard to matters budget? Yeah, Rukia, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Mbiti. The only request that I have to the county government and to challenge budget, nasema kuwa they need to document ambayo itaandikwa kwa Kiswahili ndio mtu ambaye hajui Kiswahili, sababu ukiangalia kuna watu ambao wanataka kujua lakini hawajui kwa sababu ile maneno na zimeandikwa pale ni kwa Kizungu. Hii itengenezwe hata kama ni ndio na hizo kwa ndio kama mwananchi aelewe chenye kinaendelea. Kwa la pili, kuwe na kipindi cha mazungumzo disabled people with disability ndani ni kipofu na ujumbe kwa sababu na budget champion ndo wamenyang'ana, lakini ambao ni blind, wale ambao ni hawezi kusoma, hawajui kuandika, wanafikiwa vipi na habari kama hii? Angalau basi tuwe na video hata kama ni kwa kusikilize.
Haya, asante Rukia, budget champion Lamu County. Tukimalizia, uko na message gani kwa county government and also for the community at large?
Actually, for me, I'm calling upon the community to wake up. It's high time ya kwamba they have to make a follow-up on their money. That money is meant for them and it is not meant for the county government. So they need to know each and every coin, how it is being spent, so that they can achieve on that. We shall be saying that we have been given 4.7 billion or 4.5 billion, but where is the money? Actually, the money is not on the ground. So it is upon the community to task those who are representing them in the county assembly or in the offices. Those are people who are representing, and they are the ones who are paying them, to call upon them to work for them. That is one. Another issue, I'm calling upon the county assembly at least to enact the public participation and the civic education policy to be a law, so that it can start working. Actually, that policy will really help the community, and it will really help the county government to achieve what they want. Another thing I can say is that it is too early for now to do campaigns. Let us focus what we are representing at. Let us give back to why we are there. Let us publicize and let us be transparent and accountable to the budget process. Everyone needs the project. We cannot change, it will change life for many people. So I'm calling upon the county government to be transparent and accountable for why they are there in the office. We cannot operate on a closed budget. It is very important to them, actually, to educate the community and give them the project they are demanding, not to do public participation as just a formality. Let us make the Lamu County the great. Actually, our population and our geographical area for Lamu County is very small. So it is very easy for us to make it the greater than any other county. I was very sad actually when I was doing the transparency and accountability for Lamu County. Imagine doing an analysis for only one budget document. It is so sad. How can we go forward when we are operating on a closed budget? I'm calling upon other departments, the health department, to raise their feet. Actually, let us support our people. Our people need them. They are there in the office because of us and not because of the person who appointed them. We are the ones who are paying them, not the one who appointed you in the office who is paying you. The money which you are benefiting from is the taxpayers' money. So please and please, let us be there for the community to perform. That is all I can say.
Thank you, Jafar. Thank you, Jafar. Thank you, Hamima, for sharing. So, viewer, we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you have learned a lot about the budget advocacy in Lamu County. And we are ready to host you again, Jafar and Halima and your team, so that you can share with us updates with regard to the budget advocacy work in Lamu County. So whenever you need to share, just holler, and we will host you once again so that we can get further updates. So asante sana Jafar and Hamima, and viewer, thank you viewer for joining us today. It was such an enlightening conversation that we had, and thank you for taking your time even to watch this entire video. We don't take it for granted. We hope that even the county government, even when they see this particular video, they are going to act and listen even to the needs of the budget champions from Lamu County, so that as Jafar states, let us make as Jafar states, let us make Lamu County, let us make Lamu County great again. So even Fatima Ahmed is saying, thanks for enlightening us, be blessed. So you're very much welcome, Fatima. So viewer, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Tune in next time. We are going to host another county so that you can get to learn about the budget advocacy work that the budget champions are doing in their respective county. All right. So asanteni and God bless.